you feel a pull to this screen, don't you? It's not the light, not the colors. It's a frequency. A call sent out just for you, across all the noise and all the chatter of the world. Others are scrolling past right now, their eyes glazed over, but you stopped. You stopped because your spirit felt a change in the air. I am here to tell you why. This message has your name on it. It has your history on it. And it has your immediate future written all over it. We need to talk about your father. We need to talk about the secret he carried to his grave, a secret that is living and breathing and is about to knock on your door. God says your father had a second family, my child. And they are coming for what they believe is theirs, but what divine law has already allocated to you. This is not a guess. This is not a story. This is the truth that explains the unexplained emptiness in your own life, the feeling that you were always fighting for a piece of something that should have been yours by right. That sense you have, that you are an outsider looking in, even within your own family gatherings, a broken bar that is your spirit telling you that you are different, set apart, because your story was never the whole story. The others lived in the light of a simple truth, but you have lived in the shadow of a complex lie. And the weight of that shadow is about to be lifted. Do not think this is about something that will happen next year, or next month. The first move in this divine chess game will be made before the clock on your wall strikes midnight tonight. An email will be sent. A phone call will be made. A quiet agreement between two people will be attempted, all designed to cut you out before you even know there is something to be cut out of. Your attention, right here, right now, is your shield and your sword. You are the one who checks on everyone else, but who checks on you. I see the weight you carry in the quiet moments after everyone else is asleep. I see the silent tears you have shed over opportunities that vanished like smoke. You blamed yourself. You thought you weren't good enough, or smart enough, or lucky enough. That is what they wanted you to believe. The truth is, your resources, your spiritual energy, your favor, was being divided without your knowledge. It was being siphoned away to feed a secret life, a secret promise your father made in a moment of weakness. But God's promise to you is older and stronger. And His promise is about to be fulfilled. Those who have been living on your inheritance are about to find that their accounts are spiritually overdrawn. The universe is about to call in the debt. Stay with me. Do not look away. The people who are scrolling past this message right now are not part of this. This is a private conversation between me and you. The doubters and the mockers are being blinded to these words. This is for the chosen. This is for the one who has felt a lifelong injustice they could not name. I am naming it now. And I am giving you the tools to reclaim what was stolen. The first step is to simply acknowledge the truth in your spirit. Don't fight it. Don't question it. Just let the feeling of this makes sense wash over you. That feeling is the Holy Spirit confirming this word inside of you. What you do in the next 2 hours will determine the outcome of the next 2 decades of your life. This is not an exaggeration. This is a divine appointment. Type "I am here for the truth" in the comments below. This is not for me. This is for you. It is an anchor. It is a declaration to the heavens that you are no longer willing to live in the dark. It is you telling the universe, "My watch begins now." This other family, this hidden branch of your bloodline, they are not like you. They were raised in a world of whispers and entitlement. They believe that what was given to them in secret is more valid than what was promised to you in the light. They have been watching you from a distance for years. They know your struggles. They know your heartaches. And my child, they have mistaken your kindness for weakness. They have seen your quiet suffering and they have interpreted it as your destiny. They believe you are destined to have less, so that they can have more. The injustice is deeper than just money or property. It is about your identity. For your entire life, you have felt like a piece of you was missing. You have looked in the mirror and seen an incomplete person. You have felt a strange and hollow echo in your family's stories, as if a whole chapter was torn out. That missing piece is the truth. That torn out chapter is them. The source of this hidden pain, this feeling of being spiritually shortchanged, flows directly from that secret covenant your father made. Every time you almost succeeded, but something mysterious pulled you back at the last minute, that was the consequence of this divided foundation. You cannot build a strong house on a fractured land, and your foundation was fractured from the very beginning. But now, the architect of the universe is stepping in to correct the plans. They are moving now because a legal window is about to close. A certain number of years have passed, and their legal advisors have told them that now is the time to strike, to claim everything. They have a document. A piece of paper they believe is their golden ticket. It is a letter, a will, or a promise written on old paper. They have guarded it like a treasure. They are about to bring it into the light, believing it will give them the final victory. They believe you are unprepared. They believe you are alone. And that is where they have made a fatal error. They have calculated every human factor, but they have not calculated the divine. They see you, but they do not see the legion of angels standing behind you. They hear your silence, but they do not hear my voice whispering in your ear. The urgency is this: a meeting is being planned. It is scheduled to happen in the next 48 hours. A quiet meeting with a lawyer, an accountant, a person in a position of authority. The goal of that meeting is to use their proof to legally and spiritually erase you from your father's legacy. They want to make it as if you never existed in his financial and material life. They want to turn you into a ghost. We must act before that meeting takes place. Your spirit has been in a defensive crouch your entire life, protecting itself from an enemy it could not see. Now you see. And now, you will not defend. You will reclaim. The days of you being on the back foot are over. Starting tonight. Starting right now. The tide is turning. Those who have been plotting in the shadows are about to be exposed by a great and powerful light. And you, my child, are the one who will flip the switch. Breathe. Just take a deep breath. You are not alone in this. I am with you. The power that parted the Red Sea is about to make a way for you where there seems to be no way. They have a piece of paper. But you have a divine decree. And the decree of heaven always, always overrides the documents of men. Their plan will be their own undoing. The very document they believe is their strength is, in fact, the key to their defeat. Your father, in a moment of clarity and perhaps regret, embedded a flaw into their proof. A tiny detail that only you, or someone with divine knowledge, would ever recognize. It could be a name that is slightly misspelled. A date that is off by a single day. A symbol, a watermark of a bird or a tree that has a deep meaning only within your immediate family. When they present this document to the person of authority, they will be so proud, so confident. But the person they show it to will have had a dream the night before. A dream planted by me. A dream of a small, almost unnoticeable error. And when they see that document, a feeling of deep unease will settle upon them. A divine check in their spirit. They will look closer. And they will see the flaw. And in that moment, their entire story will unravel. The lie will collapse under its own weight. Now, for your part. This is not passive. You must participate in your own rescue. I need you to find a source of light in your home. A lamp, a candle, even the screen of your phone. And I need you to find a leaf. From a plant in your house or from right outside your door. It does not matter what kind. Just a single leaf. Hold the leaf in the palm of your hand and hold it in front of the light, so the light shines through it. You will see the veins in the leaf, the intricate network that carries life to its edges. As you look at those veins, I want you to say these words out loud. Not in your head. Your voice has power. Say, the hidden channels are now revealed. The nourishment that was diverted is now returned to me. By the light of truth, my inheritance flows back to my hands. Do this between now and the time you go to sleep. This simple act is a spiritual declaration. It is a signal to the forces in the unseen realm that you are aligning yourself with God's truth. The moment you do this, the reversal, which is already in motion, will accelerate. A confusion will enter the camp of the enemy. An argument will break out between them. A key piece of their plan will suddenly go missing. They will begin to second-guess themselves. Fear will replace their confidence. Because you, my child, have just turned on a light in a very dark room. This is your power. You have always had it. You were just told you didn't. They wanted you to think you were powerless. They benefited from you believing you were a victim. But you are not a victim. You are a child of the Most High God. And you are about to remind them of that fact. post the light shows me everything in the comments. Let this be your testimony of faith. Let it be the first words of your new chapter. A chapter where you are no longer in the dark. A chapter where you are no longer waiting for permission to claim what is yours. The time for waiting is over. The time for action is now. Wait. Stop everything. What I have just told you is the truth, but it is not the complete truth. There is a layer underneath. A more urgent reality that I am being shown right now, at this very second. This new information is being released only for those of you whose spirits were strong enough to make it to this exact point in the message. The others were not ready for it. Their attention has drifted. But you are still here. Because this next part is the key that unlocks everything. Touch your screen right now with your index finger. Just for a moment. Feel the slight warmth, the solid glass beneath your fingertip. This is an anchor point. A point of physical contact with this divine transmission. You are grounding the spiritual information I am giving you into your physical reality. Now, listen very closely. I have led you to believe that this entire other family is your enemy. That was a test of your resolve. And you passed it. The real truth is more complex and far more powerful. Within that other family, there is one person. One soul who was born of your father's blood, just like you. But this one person has a righteous heart. They have lived their entire life under the shadow of this family's lie, and it has been a heavy burden on their soul. They do not agree with the plan to cut you out. In fact, they have been secretly trying to find a way to reach you. They are not your enemy. They are your hidden ally. They hold the final piece of the puzzle. It might be a second document that nullifies the first one. It might be a memory, a specific conversation they had with your father where he expressed his deep regret. They are the key. And the others, the greedy ones in that family, they know about this person's conscience. They know this person is the weak link in their chain of lies. And that is the source of the new, more desperate urgency. They are moving, right now, to have this person silenced. Not physically, but legally and socially. They are trying to paint them as unstable, as mentally unwell, as someone whose testimony can't be trusted. They are building a case to have them legally sidelined, to take away their voice before they can speak the truth to you. They have a meeting with the doctor, with a lawyer, scheduled for early next week. You have until the official business of Monday morning begins to make contact with this hidden ally. If you do not, their voice may be silenced forever, and the one piece of evidence that can secure your victory will be buried. This changes everything. Your mission is no longer just to defend, but to connect. To reach the one who is waiting for you. Because you stayed, because you passed the test of faith and listened beyond the first layer of truth, you now hold the master key. The others who clicked away only have the story of a fight. You have the story of a divine connection, a secret alliance. This is your strategic advantage. The scrollers and the doubters are gone. This holy secret is now yours and yours alone. The knowledge of this ally changes the nature of your prayer. It changes the focus of your spiritual energy. You are no longer just fighting against a force of greed. You are now sending out a beacon to a force of righteousness that is trapped behind enemy lines. The ritual of the leaf and the light was to reveal the truth to you. This next step is to reveal you to your ally. Therefore, your declaration to the universe must now be more specific. Type this in the comments below, and as you type it, feel the energy of a powerful magnet being switched on inside your spirit. Type "I call to my hidden bloodline. Find me now." This is not a hopeful wish. It is a spiritual command. You are activating a homing beacon that cuts through all the lies, all the static, all the interference the enemy has put in the way. Your spirit is calling out to their spirit. And they will hear it. They have to. It is a divine law. Now, you must watch for the signs. The universe will give you confirmation that your call has been heard. These signs will appear within the next 24 hours. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence at this level of spiritual warfare. First, you will see a pair of identical things in an unusual place. It could be two identical birds sitting on your windowsill, two identical cars parked next to each other, two people walking past you wearing the same unusual color. This is the sign of the two bloodlines, yours and theirs, about to be brought into alignment through your one righteous connection. Second, you will hear a name. A name that has no connection to your current life. You might overhear it in a conversation, see it on a television show, or read it on a sign. Do not ignore that name. Write it down. That name is a clue, a breadcrumb leading you toward your ally. Third, an old memory of your father will surface in your mind with crystal clarity. A memory you have not thought of in years. It will be a happy memory, a good one. This is his spirit, confirming from the other side that this is the true path to justice and restoration. These signs are your roadmap. They are heaven's way of telling you that your message has been sent and received. The connection is being made. Trust the process. Your ally is feeling a sudden, unexplainable urge to act. They are feeling a new boldness, a new courage, because your faith is now backing them up. The tide has truly turned. The climax of this story will not be a bitter fight in a courtroom. It will be a quiet, tearful reunion. The phone will ring, and the number will be unknown. A message will appear in your inbox from a name you do not recognize. Your hidden ally, empowered by your spiritual call, will break through the wall of silence. They will defy the others. They will find you. And they will come to you not with a fight, but with a confession and a key. They will bring the proof you need. The second document, the diary entry, the recorded message. They will hand you the very thing that dismantles the enemy's entire case. The lie will be exposed, not by your shouting, but by their truth. the ones who plotted against you will be left with nothing but their own greed, exposed for all to see. Their power was in their secret, and you, with your hidden ally, will drag that secret into the light. And in the light, it will turn to dust. The feeling of restoration will wash over you like a warm rain. The weight you have carried on your back since you were a child, the feeling of not being enough, of being overlooked, will dissolve. You will finally understand that it was never about you. It was about a secret you were never meant to know. But God meant for you to know it. And He meant for you to triumph. Just this past week, a man in Houston, Texas, was facing a betrayal from his own uncles over his grandfather's business. He felt he was being pushed out, that his inheritance was being stolen right before his eyes. He stumbled upon a message just like this one. He felt the truth of it in his spirit. He performed the declarations. The very next morning, he received a call from a cousin he had not spoken with in over 5 years. The cousin said, "I can't be part of this lie anymore. I have grandfather's original partnership papers, the ones they told everyone were lost in a fire. They weren't lost. They were hidden. In one phone call, his entire life was restored. God is telling me that your phone is about to ring. Your message is about to arrive. It is your turn now. Do you understand? Your turn. This is real. This is happening. Now, you have a sacred duty. This fire you now hold cannot be kept to yourself. There are at least 3 other people in your circle, either in your phone contacts or on your social media, who are in a similar battle. Theirs may not be a secret family, but it is a secret injustice. When you share this video with them, you are not just sending them a link. You are dispatching a warrior angel to fight on their behalf. Send it to the 3 souls the Spirit places on your heart, and then come back here and type "The Legion is dispatched." This is your act of service. This is you expanding the circle of blessing. Finally, go back to the very beginning of this video and watch it again. You will be shocked. A word or a phrase in the first 30 seconds that made no sense the first time will now leap out at you. It is the name, or a clue to the name, of your hidden ally. You missed it the first time because you did not have the full truth. Now you do. Your spirit will hear it this time. Let your final act of faith, your seal on this entire prophetic word, be this. Do not type Amen. Instead, type the single word restored in all capital letters. This is not a request you are making. It is an announcement of a reality that has already been set in motion. You are not hoping for it. You are welcoming its arrival. Restored.